Hey folks, uh, as promised, a little review of the FunSky S20 drone cam. Basically, drone. Very nice little case. Let's open it up. Everything fits nice and neat inside the case. Charger is USB to USB mini. Controller is collapsible. Antennas come up like so. There's an area or a clip to put your phone on. The controller has little handles that pop out. You can adjust them like that or a little bit further out. There's a couple of notches that you can use. So when you pull out the drone, you flip out the front like this. The back is a bit different as you flip them over underneath like so. Little feet that it has for landing and such. This is the 4K version. While they only talk about the front camera, it does have a second camera underneath. Batteries look like so. 7.4, 1200 milliamps. So it's not quite full power. So while we're talking, I'm going to stick it on the charger. Now I'm using an old Samsung cell phone charger. You can plug it into your laptop, you can plug it into your computer. It doesn't matter as long as it's USB. Obviously, the more amperage you have, it's probably better. If you have a really old cell phone charger that's USB, you might not be able to get the full the charge time that they tell you you're supposed to get. So let's plug this in over here. So when you order your drone, you can choose to get extra batteries. In the box when you get it, you get 2 extra blades. You get a little manual for the drone itself, and you get another manual for the software. Now from what I've noticed so far, if you're using your phone connected via Wi-Fi, you can't use the controller. Why? I don't know, because I would have liked to be able to control it using the controller and look at the camera and so on. But I guess that's not an option. So like I said, when you purchase it, you can get extra batteries at the same time, and you can choose your camera resolution, if you will. Keep in mind that this is an $80 drone that claims to be 4K and has all kinds of options, like like the hand gestures and the follow feature and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and test this out right here in this little room. Now for the first test, I'm going to run it with the controller. So press here to take off. You can adjust your left and right here, your forward, reverse here. So when you're adjusting it, try to leave yourself a lot of room. For instance, in this room, it's probably too small, but I'm going to try it anyways, since I've already adjusted it a little bit elsewhere. So let's try this. was a crash, which was to be expected. Now, again, from experience, it's actually pretty tough. So, readjust that, readjust that. Now, see it's flashing again, telling you it's something happened. So, if you take the remote, you're basically telling it that everything's okay. So let's put it back. And try that again. Let me turn this a little bit this way. And go. Now I'm going to press the land button. And basically the same button as you had before. And there she goes. In order to connect to your drone, you need to do a couple things before it actually stays connected to the drone. So this is my current house network. So if I click on it and I say manage, I have to disable the auto reconnect. I go back, I'll connect to this one, and I have to do the same to my GoPro, but you can't be connected in order to do it. You have to manage it apart from doing it. So the auto reconnect on that is already off. So now I can actually go and connect to the drone. Now it's probably going to tell you that you won't have internet, but that's kind of normal because you're connected directly to your drone. Now you need to download the HFun application. You can do that from the either from the Apple Store or from the Google Play Store as well. So you can see I'm connected. I always calibrate beforehand. Okay, and then you click start. And there you go. It basically loaded the video. There's a flicker in the video itself. Probably because I'm running fluorescence in my work area and LEDs as well. So both of those have a sort of a frequency that the camera can't seem to adapt with. So see, you got the emergency stop, you got the takeoff button, you got the controllers here. You can record, take pictures. Basically take a picture there. Everything is recorded to your phone because there is no memory cards or anything on the drone itself. So I guess that's pretty much why you can't control it with the controller when you're using your phone. Might be too much for it. Now you have flight mode. There's a manual flight mode and a assisted flight mode, if you will. You got the speed at which the drone responds. Since I'm in a smaller area here, I put it 30%. You got other functions here where it actually, you can put it into FPV mode. You can zoom in the camera. You got the hand gestures, which I'm not going to do here. I'm going to have to do that outside once the weather permits. You can actually flip the video over. I'm not sure why you would want to do that. And if you click here, you got the different cameras. Right now the camera is facing the desk, so it's kind of difficult to see. So give me a second. So you can see here that whatever is underneath is what I'm pointing to. That's not too bad video-wise, but the front camera isn't as good as the bottom camera. Let's switch cameras again. As you can see, the front camera seems to be a little blurry. Now, I don't know if there's anything we can do about that, but I'm going to do a little flight test and videotape it and see how that works out. After that test, we can pretty much determine that it's, first of all, easier to control with the 2.4 gigahertz controller, that the video is better on the lower camera, although not the greatest, and the front camera, I don't know, maybe it needs to be adjusted or something. It's really kind of blurry. Now the ground is wet, so I don't know how that's going to work with the leveling sensor. Let's give this a try. As you can see, I think I'm having a bit of an issue with the wet ground. It just went forward pretty much, and I'm going to try recalibrating again and see what it does. So the follow mode detects my presence, but it doesn't follow me. And there's a very light breeze, and it seems to have an issue with that. So as we've just seen from the test I did outside, it's got an issue with the wet surface. It always goes forward. It doesn't seem to want to. Mind you, the height stayed the same, but for some reason outside it just kept going forward. It might be because there was a light breeze, and also when I took it out, like I don't know if you noticed, it was like in between the house and the fence where there's the least amount of wind. But as soon as I came out, it started going left and right, and it was I had to readjust it and everything. I also tested the follow feature, which didn't seem to work at all. I was hoping it would, but it didn't. It recognized me as a person. You can see the square box around me, but it wouldn't follow me. So I don't know if it's because the camera is not maybe clear enough or whatnot. And I didn't get around to testing the hand gestures because it's a little breezy, so it's kind of hard to play with everything and try to make everything work. If you want a drone with some video, not necessarily super high quality video, then it's probably a good purchase at $80. By $80, I mean $80 Canadian, somewhere around 55, 60, between 55 and 65 US. If you want some much better video, I would suggest a different model. So that's about it for this FunSky S20. I hope it was helpful, and I'll catch you later.
Reste là. Viens à ma hauteur. Oh shit. Ok. Restez là. Okay. Tiens-les de même. Hein? Oh, that's nice.